Hi, my name is Terry, and you're watching Terry Tells the Story. Today we're talking about how Dr. Seuss was nearly erased from history. The story of the man we know as Dr. Seuss doesn't begin with the Cat in the Hat or a Grinch in a cave. It begins with a young man named Theodore Seuss Geisel, walking down the streets of New York with a heavy heart and a manuscript in his hand. He had just been rejected for the 27th time. 27 different publishers had looked at his work and told him that it was too different or too strange. He was so discouraged that he was actually on his way to his apartment to burn the book in his incinerator. But as he crossed the street, he bumped into an old friend from college named Mike McClintock. Mike asked what he was carrying, and Ted told him it was a book that no one wanted. As it turned out, Mike had just started a new job as an editor at the Vanguard Press just that morning. He took Ted up to his office, signed him on the spot, and the rest was history. Ted later said, "If I had been walking down the other side of the street, I would have been in the dry cleaning business today." But even with that success, Ted Geisel was a man of secrets. He started using the name Seuss because he had been caught breaking the law. While studying at Dartmouth during Prohibition, he was caught drinking gin with his friends. The school punished him by banning him from writing for the college magazine. To get around the rules, he started signing his drawings with the middle name Seuss, so the dean wouldn't know that it was him. He wasn't just a writer, he was a man who loved a challenge. One of his most famous books, Green Eggs and Ham, was born out of a $50 bet. His publisher bet him that he couldn't write an entire book using only 50 unique words. Ted spent months meticulously counting every word, arranging them like a puzzle until he won that bet and, in the process, created a masterpiece. By day, he was the whimsical author that the world loved, but by night, his private studio, he painted strange, surreal images that he hid from the public, claiming that the world wasn't ready to see them. He was a man of layers, a man of persistence, and a man who proved that sometimes all it takes to change the world is staying on the right side of the street. Which brings us to our word of the day, persistencia. Persistencia, which means persistence. Because sometimes the only difference between a failure and a legend is the one who didn't burn their manuscript on the 27th try. If you like this video or you learned something new, drop a like down below. If you have a specific topic that you'd like to see me cover, drop me a comment. And if you'd like to support this work that I do, there'll be a link to the Cashapp in the description box below. We'll see you next time.